it's a calculation we make someday. We said, you know, someday we'll be sick, and someday we'll need a filling, and someday our kids will wreck our car, or maybe we'll do it ourselves, and someday we may be sued, or someday we may need to sue somebody that has hurt us. And so what Harlan did is he said, you know, people believe in putting a few dollars down on a regular basis so that they're covered when things happen. And he was able to aggregate a lot of that together, and good lawyers who would work at a good rate because of the broad coverage that they were able to get. And I think it's been a great American success story.
You need good, affordable legal representation. And Harlan Stonecipher, who was just a visionary, saw this for all communities. And it certainly has accented the African-American community to help. You got people who have bad records, people who have trouble can now call prepaid legal and get good representation and deal with charges that aren't supposed to be on their side, for realtors who have messed you around, for dry cleaners who have overcharged you or lost your clothes. All of these items which are necessary to the quality of life, prepaid legal has an answer for it. And I think that's the beauty of it. So when I studied prepaid legal and looked at it and saw the worth of it, I said, this is good. This is something that the National Black Chamber of Commerce should support, and we certainly do.
I think a lot of people, when they hear about prepaid legal, they think maybe it's too good to be true. They read articles in the Wall Street Journal saying lawyers are now charging $1,000 an hour, and they have a hard time believing that for not very much money a month they can have access to really good lawyers. Doesn't seem to make sense. There must be some sort of catch. But there really is no catch. You've got just an army of great lawyers out there who aren't totally driven by the bottom line. They're driven by a desire to solve problems for average middle-class people.
The quality of lawyers is very high because it takes a special kind of lawyer that wants to do this kind of work, and they're selected specifically because of their caliber. And they're very anxious to supply this service because of the special calling that they feel like that they have in supplying legal services to the members of prepaid legal.
We do provide a sounding board to try out new ideas that officers in the company may have, and we react to them and make recommendations as to how those particular issues ought to be handled.
Well, a fundamental underpinning in our nation is the justice system. It's the framework that really holds everything together. And it's not going to work unless all citizens feel that they have access to it. That's the only way our country will prosper and will survive, really. So all groups need to be afforded a way to have access to the justice system, and if they don't, why, the country will be weakened because of it. Prepaid legal, through this mechanism that has been developed, is they're making legal representation possible for persons of moderate means.